Hello and welcome back to my channel. In today's tutorial I'm going to show you how to make the granny square flower blanket. This is a fun and easy crochet pattern that's perfect for beginners and great if you want a portable, take anywhere project. We'll go step by step through the whole process, starting with the flower motif, building the granny square around it, joining your squares and finishing with a simple clean border. You can crochet along with me, or you can also find the free pattern on my website dublinbaycrochet.com, or you can grab the PDF pattern on my Etsy shop. So grab your hooks and your yarn and let's go to the tutorial. For making this blanket I used 4-ply yarn, and in this case is the Shifis Cotton 8, which is 100% cotton, but you can use any yarn you have at home in any weight. You will also need a 4 and a 3.5mm crochet hook, a pair of scissors, measuring tape, and some stitch markers. We are going to start by making a magic ring, and this is going to be round number 1 of the flower motif. And then you're going to work 2 chains, and these 2 chains do not count as a stitch. Then you're going to work 12 double crochets all into the ring. So for making the double crochet, you're going to yarn over once, then insert your hook, yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2 again, and you're going to repeat this until you have 12 double crochets in total. Here I worked 12 double crochets, and now I'm going to pull the yarn tail tight in order to close the ring, and then I'm going to work a slip stitch into the first double crochet of the round in order to close round number 1. We're going to start round number 2 by working 2 chains. And then you're going to work 1 double crochet 2 together into that same space. So you're going to start a normal double crochet and you're not going to close it. Then you're going to work another double crochet into the same space. And when you have 3 loops on your hook, you're going to yarn over and close the stitch all together. You're going to work 2 chains, and then you're going to work 1 double crochet 3 together into the same stitch, and again you're going to start working on a normal double crochet without closing the stitch, and you're going to repeat this 3 times. Then you're going to have 4 loops on your hook. You're going to yarn over and close the stitch all together, and you're going to work again 2 chains, and you're going to repeat these steps 11 times in total. So I'm gonna go ahead and continue working 1 double crochet 3 together and 2 chains until the end of the round, and I will show you what to do next. I'm now working on the last 2 chains of the repeat, and then you're going to work a slip stitch into the first double crochet 2 together in order to join the round, and that's round number 2 completed, and you should have 12 clusters in total. Now you're going to move with a slip stitch into the next chain space and work 1 chain and 1 single crochet into the same space. Then you're going to work 3 chains and work 1 single crochet into the next chain space, and again work 3 chains and 1 single crochet into the next chain space, and you're going to continue working this way until the end of the round. And after working the last 3 chains of the repeat, you're going to work a slip stitch into the first single crochet of the round, and this is going to be round number 3 completed. And you should have 12 arches or 12 chain spaces in total. Now again, you're going to work a slip stitch into the next chain space and work 1 chain and 1 single crochet. Then you're going to work another chain, and into the same space you're going to work 3 double crochets. You're going to work another chain and work 1 single crochet into the same chain space, and this is going to be the first petal created. So we're going to repeat the same. You're going to work 1 single crochet and 1 chain into the next chain space, work 3 double crochets all into the same space, then you're going to chain 1 and work 1 single crochet all into the same space, and this is the second petal created. And you're going to continue working this way, creating these petals until you have 12 petals in total. So I'm going to continue working on this sequence, and I will meet you at the end of the round. And after completing the sequence, you're going to work a slip stitch into the first single crochet of the round, and this is going to be the flower completed. Then you're going to work 1 chain and cut the yarn, and you should have 12 petals in total. Now we're going to turn this flower into the square, and for that you're going to use a secondary color. In the actual blanket I'm using white, but for this tutorial I'm going to use this brown so you can see the colors. And you're going to use a 3.5mm crochet hook. Then you're going to attach the yarn into the second double crochet of any petal, and I always like making a knot so I make sure the yarn won't unravel. And now you're going to work 4 chains, and these 4 chains are going to count as the first treble. Then you're going to yarn over twice and work a treble into that same space. So again, we're going to work another treble crochet. So you're going to yarn over twice, insert your hook, yarn over and pull through 2 loops, yarn over and pull through 2 loops again, and yarn over and pull through 2 loops. You're going to work 3 chains and then work 3 trebles all into the same space in order to create the corner space. Then you're going to work 1 chain and work 3 double crochets into the next petal, and this is going to be in the second double crochet of the petal, and you're going to repeat this twice. So you're going to work another chain and 3 double crochets into the next petal, and work another chain and work another corner space into the next petal. So remember, the corner space is going to be 3 trebles separated by 3 chains, and then 3 trebles again, all into the same space. And after working the corner space, you're going to work one chain, and then you're going to repeat this sequence 3 more times around the flower in order to create the square. So you're going to continue working 3 double crochets into the next petal and work one chain, followed by another group of 3 double crochets and one chain in the next petal, and then you're going to work a corner space. And you're going to repeat these steps until the square is completed. So here my square is almost completed. I'm going to work one chain and join with a slip stitch into the 4th chain from the initial 4 chains in order to join the round. And this is going to be round 1 from making the square completed. Then you're going to go ahead and work 3 chains, and these 3 chains are going to count as the first double crochet. Then you're going to work another corner space, and in this case it's going to be 3 double crochets. And then you're going to work 2 chains and 3 double crochets all into the same space. You're going to work 1 chain, and then you're going to work 3 double crochets into each chain space from the previous round. Work another chain and continue working this way until you get to the next corner space. And when you get to the next corner space, you're going to work 3 double crochets, 2 chains, and 3 double crochets all into the same space in order to create the corner space. And you're going to continue working this sequence until you get to the last chain space before the corner space, and that's where the beginning 3 chains is placed, and I will show you how to finish the round. So go ahead and continue working double crochets until the end of the round, and I will show you how to finish it. So here I'm in the last chain space of the square, so you're going to place 2 double crochets into that last chain space, and you're going to locate the 3rd chain and work a slip stitch into that 3rd chain from the 4 chains we worked at the beginning of the round. And then this is going to be round number 2 completed. You can work 1 chain and cut the yarn, and this is your square finished. So now you're going to make more squares, and after you have all your squares done, you're going to block them, and this is the blocking board I've used to block all of them, and as you can see, they look really nice and really square after you block them. You can use some water as well, or some steam if you don't have a blocking board. Make sure you don't skip this step, as it's very important and very crucial in order to create a nice and clean square for your blanket. For the baby size blanket, I've made 64 squares in total, and you can check on the written pattern how many squares I've used in each color. So make sure you check that out. And now we're going to start joining them together. So I'm going to demonstrate a different method I've used that I think is going to be easier for you and faster in order to join all the squares. You're going to place your squares with the right side facing each other, as I'm doing here, and then you're going to use the 3.5mm crochet hook and attach the yarn into the corner space. And you want to make sure you are going through both squares. And I always like making a knot in order to make sure my squares are going to be really attached. And you're going to start by making 4 chains in total. So the first chain is going to count as the first single crochet, and then the next 3 chains are going to be the separation chains. And then you're going to go through both squares into the next chain space and work a single crochet. And this is the way you're going to continue working. You're going to work 3 chains, go to the next chain space and work 1 single crochet, and always remember to go through both squares. So work 3 chains and 1 single crochet into the next chain space, and you're going to continue this way until you get to the next corner space of your squares. And you're going to work 1 single crochet into the last corner space. And this is the 2 squares now attached. This is how the back side of your squares should look like. And now you're going to bring the next 2 squares you have to attach and make sure they are facing together with the right side and the wrong side is facing you. And you're going to work 1 single crochet into the next corner space in order to join them together, and then continue working on the same sequence. So you're going to work 3 chains and work 1 single crochet into the next chain space, and this is the way you're going to join them horizontally. And you're going to continue working this way until you get to the end of your line. In this case, I'm demonstrating with 4 squares only, but obviously you're going to have a bigger blanket to join together. But I really believe this is an easy and quick method to use. So your squares will be attached in no time. And here I'm at the last corner space, so you're going to work 1 single crochet into that last corner space. And now your squares are going to be attached, and you can work 1 chain and cut the yarn. And when you open them up, this is the way they look like. As you can see, it looks very nice. You could even use a different color in order to create like a different effect if you wanted to. And now you're going to repeat the exact same steps on the vertical side of the blanket. So you're gonna attach the yarn and continue working on the same pattern. But when we get to the join spaces, it's going to be a little bit different. So here I'm working 1 single crochet into that corner space before the join of the 2 squares. And when you get to that join, you're going to work 1 chain and work 1 single crochet into the next chain space or corner space, and continue working on the exact same way, working 3 chains and 1 single crochet into each chain space until all the sides of the square are joined. And you can go ahead and cut the yarn, and your squares are going to be joined. And remember, this is a small sample I'm working for this video, but you're going to have a bigger blanket. And then if you need, you can steam block your blanket in order to make sure it's looking nice and flat, because it can happen it doesn't look really flat at the beginning. So yeah, so make sure you steam block them if you need, and you can see the difference, how flat and square they look after you block them. And now we're going to start working on the border of the blanket, and for that I'm going to use a 3.5mm crochet hook. And you're going to use the same color you used for joining the squares. In the original blanket I've used white, but here I'm using a brown color because it's really easy to see. So you're going to attach the yarn into any blanket corner space, and as always I'm doing a knot in order to secure the yarn. And then you're going to work 3 chains, and this is going to count as the first double crochet of the round. And you're going to work 1 double crochet into that same space. And now you're going to work 1 double crochet into each double crochet from the previous rounds. And you're also going to work 1 double crochet into each chain space. So continue working 1 double crochet into each double crochet and into each chain space until you get to the join between the 2 squares, and I will show you what to do there. So here I worked 1 double crochet into each double crochet and chain space, and when you get to the join between the 2 squares you're going to work 1 double crochet. And this is the way your squares should be looking like now. And then you're going to continue working the same way than before. You're going to work 1 double crochet into each double crochet from the previous rounds and 1 double crochet into each chain space until you get to the next corner space. And when you get to the next corner space, you're going to work 2 double crochets, 2 chains and 2 double crochets all into the same space, and this is going to be the corner space created. And then you're going to rotate your work to start working on the other side of the blanket, and you're going to repeat the exact steps we've worked on the other side. So you're going to work 1 double crochet into each double crochet available and 1 double crochet into each chain space. And when you get to the join between the 2 squares, you're going to work 1 double crochet. So here I've completed the first round and I'm at the beginning of the round. So you're going to work 2 double crochets into that first corner space in order to complete the first corner space, and work 2 chains, and you're going to join with a slip stitch into the third chain from the initial 3 chains. And this is going to be round number 1 of the border completed. So now you're going to work 1 chain, and then you're going to work 2 half double crochet into that corner space, and then you're going to place 1 half double crochet into each stitch available, until you get to the next corner space. So I'm going to go ahead and place 1/2 double crochet into each double crochet from the previous round, and I will show you what to do when you get to the next corner space. So here I'm in the next corner space of the blanket, and you're going to place 2 half double crochets and 2 chains, and then you're going to work 2 more half double crochets all into the same space in order to create another corner space. And then this is a sequence you're going to continue working across the blanket. You're going to work 1 half double crochet into each stitch available, and when you get to the next corner space you're going to work 2 half double crochets, 2 chains and 2 half double crochets all into the same space. So go ahead and continue working this way, and I will meet you at the beginning of the round. So here we're back at the beginning, so you have to work 2 half double crochets and then 2 chains, and you're going to work 1 slip stitch into the first half double crochet of the round in order to join round number 2, and this is going to be completed. Now we can start working on round number 3. So for that you're going to miss 2 half double crochets from the previous round and work a shell stitch into the next stitch. So the shell stitch is going to consist of 5 double crochets all into the same space, as you can see here. Then you're going to miss 2 half double crochets and work 1 single crochet into the next stitch. So this is a sequence you're going to continue working for round number 3. So you're going to miss 2 half double crochets and work a shell into the next stitch. So remember, a shell will be 5 double crochets into the same stitch. And after you finish working on your shell, you're going to miss 2 half double crochets again and work 1 single crochet into the next stitch. And you're going to continue working this way until you get to the next corner space of your blanket. So here I finished working the shell stitches into the first side of the blanket, and when you get to the corner space you're going to miss 2 half double crochets, and this is for the sample, but you will notice on the actual blanket you will have to miss 1 half double crochet, and then you're going to work a shell stitch into that corner space. So you're going to work 5 double crochets into the corner space, and then you're going to work 1 single crochet into that same space, and this is going to be the corner created. And then you're going to continue working on the same pattern than before. So you're going to rotate your work to start working on the other side of the blanket, And you're just going to repeat what we did before. You're going to miss 2 half double crochets and work a shell into the next stitch. So you're going to work 5 double crochets into the same stitch. You're going to miss 2 half double crochets and work 1 single crochet into the next stitch. And you're going to repeat this until the end of the blanket. And when you are at the end, as you can see here, I worked all the sides with shell stitches. So remember that for the original blanket, you're going to miss only 1 half double crochet before working the last single crochet. And here I'm working a bit differently in order to fit the sample. But for the original blanket, you're going to work 1 shell into that last corner space. And then you're going to work 1 single crochet into that corner space. And finally, you're going to work a slip stitch into the first double crochet from the first shell of the round, and you're going to work 1 chain, and then you'll be ready to cut the yarn and your blanket should be ready. As you can see, you can create a really beautiful blanket if you follow this pattern. So I hope you can make it and have fun creating your crochet blanket. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!